What up, y'all? I'm your host, William O'Shine, and welcome to SunSchine Studios Reviews, where we highlight various TV shows and films from different genres. Today, in our debut, we'll be going over 5 standout scenes in Amazon Studios' new series, The Boys, which is based on the comic book series written by Garth Ennis and illustrated by Derek Robertson. The series focuses on a world where superheroes exist, which now in 2019, with the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise, as well as the moderate success of the DC Extended Universe, superhero films and content have now become very popular. But what makes the series unique is that the characters that are supposed to be good, quote unquote, are actually bad. They're owned by a corporation called Vought International, who markets them and publicizes their very few good deeds. However, behind the scenes, the superhero group called The Seven are far from noble and corrupt as fuck, with literally only one new member who actually has good morals and principles in or out of the public eye. And what would be a superhero show without the good guys? Pretty convoluted, right? In comes the titular boys, led by actor Carl Urban's character, Billy Butcher, who has a strong personal hatred with all heroes he calls soups throughout the show. He eventually recruits more members into his vigilante squad, but we'll introduce those characters in future episodes to keep y'all in suspense. What stood out in this show the most to me is the pure graphic nature of it and the concept of how superheroes would probably really act in real life, especially with Donald Trump as president. Before we begin, I will emphasize the term graphic content, as this show is full of it and does not hold back at all. Due to the policies and restrictions of YouTube, however, I kinda have to hold back a little. So any scenes with a lot of gore and or excessive and gratuitous nudity will be blurred out so I don't get slapped with an age restriction, as I want this series to become successful by reaching as many viewers as possible. And in time, with enough supporters and donations, I can eventually create my own website with exclusive content and merchandise. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, these highlights will be riddled with spoilers. So if you plan on waiting till the DVD comes out or investing in an Amazon Prime membership, I'd advise you to stop watching this right about now. With that said, let's get to the highlights. Highlight 1, Armored Truck Crash Intro. In the intro to the first episode of The Boys, we're thrown into a high-speed police chase with robbers in an armored vehicle. 2 preteen boys who were having an explicit conversation earlier almost get ran the fuck over before they are abruptly saved. And we are introduced to our first superhero of the series, Queen Mab, or is it Queen Maeve? In one of these episodes, they pronounce her name correctly, so I ain't gonna dwell on the shit, and you shouldn't either. The actress portraying her is Dominique McGillian, and I'm hoping that I did not mispronounce her real last name. But this shot of the truck crashing into her is raw as fuck. And according to behind the scenes commentary, this and the following scene where the leader of the superhero team, Homelander, portrayed by actor Anthony Starr, is also introduced, took days to shoot and a month to edit with the visual effects team. This type of shit excites me, as earlier in the year I took a solid interest in cinematography and brought a professional camera for photo shoots and music videos. But story-wise, this is definitely a dope-ass way to kick off the series, as well as misleading the viewers into thinking this will be your standard good guy beats bad guy storyline.
Can I get a selfie?
Of course you can.
Highlight number 2. Then mere minutes after the opening, we meet Huey and Robin, an adorable couple who start off the usual romantic comedy dialogue in the appliance store where Huey works. And in their convo, you feel happy for them, as they've decided to take that official step all couples eventually take by moving in together and out of Huey's dad's house. And I haven't read the comics, so I'm not quite sure how old Jack Quaid's character really is. But in the series, he definitely looks over 21, so I'm not really sure why he's still living with daddy in the first place. But I won't be petty Pendergrass today. What happens after they share what ends up being their final kiss is something I did not fucking expect, yo, and was caught totally off guard as another member of the superhero team, The Seven, named A-Train, with the ability of superhuman speed, runs right through Huey's girlfriend. Like, literally ran straight the fuck through her. Now, when I first saw this scene, I didn't know what the fuck to expect, but when the camera slowly panned left and I saw the fucking blood and shit, I was like, oh shit, he bogus as hell, son. Then he has the nerve to stop and say this bullshit.
I can't stop. 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 I can't stop.
Fucked up, right? Left Buddy crying and bloody as fuck, holding her damn arms. At this exact moment, I knew I was gonna binge the entire series. It took me a week due to work, but I was not disappointed at all.
Robin! Robin!
Highlight number 3. This next highlight involves the newest member of the Seven, Annie January, aka Starlight, portrayed by actress Erin Moriarty. In this scene, she's given a tour of the Seven headquarters by member The Deep, portrayed by actor Chase Crawford. During a friendly chat they have, Starlight reveals that while growing up idolizing the Seven, she had a crush on The Deep. Now when she told him that, I was like, alright, well, 9 times out of 10, they probably gonna develop a relationship unless he already married or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? Fuck around and end up being love interest, right? Wrong. Cause this motherfucker turns out to be a pervert. Like, bruh, how fucking desperate do you gotta be to start beating off in front of a chick just because she said she liked you as a kid? I know this show is pure fiction, but it's sad to know it's actually dudes out there like that in reality. Sad as fuck. So she naturally disgusted and walks off. Then, to make matters worse, he goes even lower by manipulating her into thinking with his second in command rank he can have her thrown out of the group by lying and saying she attacked him, using her anger-fused reaction to his advantage.
Just think of all those kids. I mean, the kids. All those kids that look up to you. They'd just be shattered. I mean, that's not what you really want, right?
And he basically hints that unless she sucks his dick, he gonna have her sent home. Fucked up, right? Now again, I know that this show is not based on a true story, but if the writers wanted us to completely hate this fucking man for the entire series, they succeeded. And you can't help but feel sorry for Shorty when she start crying, cause you know she don't want to do it, but she's so torn between wanting to be with the group that she feels she has no choice but to give in. Sad as shit. But realistically, I'm sure any woman with morals would have fired off his ass or kicked him in the nuts and dip. Real shit. Nah, I guess it's still necessary for character development and story progression, right? Still fucked up though.
You just roll with the punches for like 3 minutes, maybe. It's not a big deal. And then you know what happens? All your dreams come true.
Highlight number 4. Towards the end of the episode, Huey completes his secret mission on his path of vengeance for his girlfriend's death. His plan backfires, however, when one of the members of the Seven, Translucent, finds a bug he tried to plant at their headquarters earlier in the episode. He starts to viciously beat him, demanding information, and almost bludgeons him with a fucking TV until Butcher saves him by running his car into the store and directly into Translucent, which is one of the dopest special effects involving a character with invisibility, by the way. Huey is then told to run, but ends up changing his mind to help Butcher. The ensuing fight between Butcher and Translucent is pure fucking comedy, yo. The fact that Butcher's character even chooses to fight someone he can't see was hilarious to begin with. He gets his ass handed to him at first, but eventually outsmarts him with his blood, which makes him partly visible. The tables turn briefly, and Butcher gets a few licks in before the invisible guy regains the upper hand again. But right before he can give a possible fatal blow with the crowbar, he kicks him into an exposed electrical wire held by Huey, and positioned near the only area on his body that can actually be penetrated due to his invulnerable carbon and highly conductive skin. Pause. So yeah, I mainly chose to highlight this scene to show love to the visual effects team, because they literally put their foot in this entire fucking series. Outstanding job, 5 stars.
How do you know the electric could do the job?
Skin's carbon, highly conductive. Saw it on Jimmy Fallon.
Would have taken me forever to work that one out.
Highlight number 5. In this last highlight of episode 1, a mayor, portrayed by actor Paulino Nunez, is on a flight back to his hometown with his son and various others. Due to a previous conversation he had with the vice president of the company Bought International, portrayed by veteran actress Elizabeth Shue, who I had a crush on when I was like 12 after I seen Adventures of Babysitting.
Don't fuck with the babysitter.
He is visited by Homelander mid-flight, initially noticed by his son Mason, portrayed by 13-year-old actor Jaden Canatelli. He waves at him while flying side by side near the plane, so you naturally think what the kid does at first.
Aren't you guys friends?
As if we hadn't been shocked enough through this entire fucking episode, Homelander's eyes light up and my jaw dropped. Like I know damn well he is not about to... Really, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? With a a kid on board, famo? It's crazy how when I was a kid, movies avoided killing children and showing full frontal male nudity. Now that shit been normalized way too much for my comfort, especially the latter, considering kids live on their phones nowadays. And yes, I'm a parent in case you were wondering. And the way he smiles afterwards fully foreshadows his true character. And if you think that was shitty, the next 7 episodes will blow your fucking mind. I promise.
Oh my God.
As we bring this episode to a close, I want to highly recommend that you all watch this show. I'm happy they even chose to make it a series instead of a movie, to be honest with you. Because if the show is this brutal, I can only imagine how the comic is. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Because if I get enough views and subscribers after I finish the series, then I can continue to make more. So tell your friends to sub too. Share this everywhere. Spread it like wildfire. Thanks for watching. Peace.